Trending burning question.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the biggest ever crackdown on the menace of child marriage in Assam. After Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma announced a well-planned crackdown against child marriage in the state by introducing strict measures and punishment, the state authorities have started acting strongly against those supporting marriages involving minors. So far, 4,074 cases have already been registered, while 8,134 people have been identified as an accused. But the opposition continues to communalize the crackdown. Himanta has refuted the claims and said that the crackdown is in fact secular. Take a look at this report and then we debate.
It is the biggest ever crackdown on child marriages in Assam. So far, 4,074 cases have been registered across Assam, while 8,134 people have been identified as accused. The numbers are staggering. Around 31% of minor girls are married off in Assam. But the opposition continues to question the intent and the action. AIMIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi came down heavily on the Assam government. Owaisi alleged targeting of a specific group in Assam.
देखिए, जो शादी हो चुकी है उस लड़की का क्या करेंगे बाप? कौन देखभाल करेगा उसका? चाहे किसी समुदाय के हो, कौन देखभाल करे? 6 साल से तो आपकी सरकार है ना. आप 4,000 केसेस बुक कर लिए, अभी और 4,000 करने का आप बोल रहे हैं, तो फिर क्या करेंगे? फिर कौन देखेगा उसको? उस बच्चे को कौन देखेगा?
And AIUDF too joined the chorus.
देखिए, चाइल्ड मैरिज तो बंद होना चाहिए और बच्चों को वक्त से पहले शादी नहीं करानी चाहिए अभी. लेकिन सरकार बहुत देर से जगी है. ये काम अगर राउंड द ईयर होता तो आज हज़ार लोगों को गिरफ्तार कराना पड़ता. तो कई हज़ार लोगों को गिरफ्तार किया शायद, और कई हज़ार लोगों को गिरफ्तार करने का सरकार का प्लान प्रोग्राम है. कई सालों का जो ये इकट्ठा ये कर रहे हैं. तो ये कानून है, चाइल्ड बच्चों की शादी उम्र से पहले नहीं होनी चाहिए.
And hitting out at the opposition, Assam Chief Minister Himanta refuted the claims and said that the crackdown was secular.
इसमें हम हिंदू मुसलमान देखा ही नहीं. हम तो खाली मेरा बेटी का ऊपर देखा कि मेरा 14 साल 12 साल का बेटी को आपने क्यों जुर्म किया. तो हमारा नज़र में हिंदू मुसलमान नहीं है, अपोजिशन का नज़र में हिंदू मुसलमान है. हमें अगर मुसलमान का खिलाफ भी एक्शन लिया है, देन अपोजिशन शुड बी हैप्पी कि कम से कम मैं मुसलमान बालिका को प्रोटेक्ट के लिए काम कर रहा हूँ. तो मुझको तो नंबर देना चाहिए. भाई, ये खाली हिंदू बालिका के लिए काम नहीं कर रहा है, हिंदू बालिका का सुरक्षा के लिए काम नहीं कर रहा है, वो मुसलमान बालिका का सुरक्षा के लिए काम कर रहा है. इससे बड़ा सेकुलरिज्म का क्या प्रूव हो सकता है?
Even after a massive crackdown on a social evil, why is opposition communalizing action against child marriage? And that is the trending burning question tonight. Bureau Report for Republic TV.
Joining us on the broadcast tonight are Pramod Swami, spokesperson of the Assam BJP, Professor Geeta Bhatt, political analyst, Dr. Lubna Kamal, media expert, joining us from Lucknow, and Anirban Banerjee, political analyst, joining us from Kolkata, opening up the debate tonight. Pramod Swami and Anirban Banerjee. Anirban Banerjee, I want to understand from you, what is so very communal about an action in which 42% of those who have been arrested are Hindus? And the fact of the matter is that this is nothing to do with Hindu or Muslims. It's about the existence of the menace called child marriage.
Yes, indeed. Child
marriage is a menace, it's a social menace. Nobody is going to deny that. But the fact, I will not go into the communal part of the debate. I'll say this is outright inhuman. What the Assam Chief Minister is trying to do, if you're trying to project it as something very progressive in nature, I beg to differ. They have till date arrested those people mostly who are within the 3 years. They have been married 3 years for the last 3 years, and there's the BJP government for the last 7-8 years right now. And Mr. Himanta Biswa Sharma himself was a very responsible minister in the previous government as well. There was the Child Rights Commission, there was the Child Helpline, the police, Yes.
No, Anirban, once again, Anirban, once again, you're not getting your facts correct, and let me just correct you on this, and then you can continue. You were saying, why did the government not act? The government's response so far has been that there wasn't a survey by which they had a data on their hand. They're saying that had this come in 6 years back, I would have done the same. But the fact of the matter is that the survey data came in now. The action began when they realized the situation in Assam perhaps is worse than other states in the country.
See, the child marriage, the problem of child marriage, this is if you try to criminalize the entire thing and then start dealing with it as if these people are all criminals, hardened criminals, then you are getting it all wrong. This is a social problem. The measure should be mostly preventive in nature. My question was, those people who are getting arrested, their marriage took place mostly in the last 3 years, and the BJP government was there for the last 7 years. Why did they not take any preventive measure at that moment when these marriages were taking place? They failed. Is Mr. Himanta Biswa Sharma admitting to the failure of the last government,
so
which was also
Pramod
of the BJP?
Swami.
He himself was a minister.
Okay, let Pramod Swami then come in. Pramod Swami is representing the BJP from Assam right now. Mr. Swami, you've heard what Anirban Banerjee says. Anirban Banerjee says that you're basically trying to criminalize a social issue, and this is not going to really solve the problem because the problem still exists. You may make the arrest. Asaduddin Owaisi says that what really happens to those whose husbands have been arrested, now you've left them to fend for themselves. Pramod Swami, was this done in a hurried manner? Is there no plan of action?
नहीं, आपने खुद अभी स्वयं इस बात को क्लियर किया कि केंद्र स्वास्थ्य मंत्रालय ने एक सर्वे किया। उस सर्वे के अनुसार जो आसाम में जो चाइल्ड मैरिज जो है उसका परसेंटेज जो है वो 31% है बिलो 18 इयर्स, और पूरे भारत वर्ष में वो परसेंटेज है 23%। तो और जो इन्फेंट मोर्टेलिटी रेट है और मैटरनल मोर्टेलिटी रेट जो आसाम में है वो काफी बढ़ रही है। तो ये एक चिंता का विषय है, और आसाम सरकार ने कोई ये नया कानून भी नहीं बनाया है। ये 1929 से कानून है जिसमें कई बार अमेंडमेंट भी किया गया, और 2006 में भी इस पे अमेंडमेंट किया गया। तो जो 14 बरस से लेकर करके 18 बरस के जो गिरफ्तारियां हुई है वो बेलेबल सेक्शन के तहत गिरफ्तारियां हुई हैं, और बिलो 14 बरस की जिन्होंने मैरिज की है उनको नॉन बेलेबल सेक्शन के तहत गिरफ्तार किया गया है। अब यहाँ एक सवाल ये उठा कि अगर
प्रमोद स्वामी एक सवाल ये उठता है, प्रमोद स्वामी एक सवाल ये उठता है, और ये डेटा की जो बात आप कर रहे हैं, आपके ही स्टेट के सोशल वेलफेयर मिनिस्टर पहले कह चुके थे कि चाइल्ड मैरिजेस आर ऑन द राइज। इनफैक्ट वो कहते थे कि करीबन 3,192 चाइल्ड मैरिजेस हैव बीन रिकॉर्डेड इन द ईयर 2016-17 फाइनेंशियल ईयर टू 2021 to 2020-2021. 74 child marriages were performed in 2016-17, followed by 448 in 2017-2018, 759 in 2018 and 2019. प्रमोद जी, सवाल ये उठ रहा है और अनिर्बान भी यही कह रहे हैं कि सर्वे अभी किया गया और उसके बाद आपके पास डेटा आता। जो डेटा की बात मैं कर रहा हूं प्रमोद स्वामी जी, ये आप ही के सोशल वेलफेयर मिनिस्टर खुद असेंबली के फ्लोर पर वो कहते हैं कि चाइल्ड मैरिजेस बढ़ रहे हैं। इसके बावजूद अगर आप एक्शन नहीं लेते हैं तो लोग सवाल यही उठाएंगे कि आखिरकार आप इतने साल पावर में रह चुके हैं, इसके बावजूद आपने कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया, और डेटा आपके पास था, आपके सोशल वेलफेयर डिपार्टमेंट के पास था।
मैं बता रहा हूं, NFHS की जो रिपोर्ट आई है उस रिपोर्ट के अनुसार जो धुबड़ी जिला है, धुबड़ी जिले में जो बिलो जो चाइल्ड मैरिज है उसका जो परसेंटेज है वो मोर देन 50% है। अब मूल सवाल यहाँ है, अब आप ये इस डिबेट में सवाल उठ रहे हैं कि पहले क्यों नहीं किया गया, 6 वर्ष आपकी सरकार थी। तो मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूं कि ठीक है भाई, हमने लेट ही किया, मान लिया, लेकिन ये तो कानून 1929 से है, पहले वाली सरकारें क्या कर रही थी? तो अब मूल सवाल ये उठा है कि क्या बाल विवाह पर प्रतिबंध जो लगा हुआ है, जो कानून है, जो लॉ ऑफ द लैंड है, क्या उसको इंप्लीमेंट नहीं करना चाहिए? तो अगर हम उसको जो लॉ को अगर हम इंप्लीमेंट करने जाते हैं तो फिर आप उसको मजहबी चश्मे से देखना चाहते हैं, आप उसको फिर मानवाधिकार से जोड़ देते हैं।
चलिए,
तो फिर
डॉक्टर कमाल, ओके, अनिर्बान, I'll come to you, but let me,
I would want to ask,
चलिए प्रमोद जी आपके वापस ये सवाल मैं वापस करूंगा, बट आई वांट टू ब्रिंग इट डॉक्टर कमाल, let's understand this entire issue. Two very important aspects to this entire matter. Dr. Kamal, I just want you to put this into perspective for all our panelists right now.
Yeah. I
one
want
minute.
to ask the
Dr. Kamal, let me take this question and then you
let me just
Dr.
ask
Kamal,
the
just let me take the
speaker.
question right now. You
Okay. All right.
Dr. Kamal, first I want you to put this into perspective for our viewers also. The political leaders are always going to make their point. Political analysts like Anirban will also make a particular point, keeping in mind his political affiliation. But this issue goes a little beyond politics. I believe that this is an issue which should have been dealt long back. For the longest time, perhaps there was no motivation that our political leaders had to act on it, and we are staring at this situation. However, having said that, there is an issue which Anirban raises, and I think so one needs to look into it, that are we dealing with this issue in a very dehumanized manner? And are we really hoping that if 4,000 people are behind bars, this entire social issue is going to cease to exist?
Yes, I actually wanted to ask the previous speaker कि इतनी आतुरता क्यों है इतने सारे लोगों को अरेस्ट करने की? मतलब आप अपनी किसी कमी को छुपाने के लिए ऐसा कर रहे हैं? Because I have been working with the shelter houses in Lucknow, from where girls, I have interacted with girls, I've dealt with them, I've counseled them, I've treated them. The girls who were married at a young age, and I would like to inform all of you over here that there was a 12-year-old girl. She married against her parents' wishes, and then when she was brought to the shelter house, she refused to remove the sindoor and bichya, saying that this is the nishani of my suhag and I will not remove it. You understand that? So at times it is not the parents who are forcing these kind of, children into such marriages. It is the children themselves who are going for that. So you cannot just, by these kind of actions, you are actually alienating a community. If you are arresting so many people, why? What is the need for this?
No, I don't think so, Dr. Kamal.
The leader is
Dr. Kamal,
there. Let him answer. Let him answer that. Let him answer. Please let him answer that. What is the need for urgency for
प्रमोद जी आप ये सवाल लेना चाहेंगे?
बिल्कुल मैं
प्रमोद जी
देना चाहता हूँ।
प्रमोद जी आपको ये सवाल मैंने भी डिबेट के शुरुआत में मैंने आपको यही सवाल की थी कि क्या आपको नहीं लगता कि कहीं ना कहीं आप जिस तरह से जिस हड़बड़ी में
all the girls, just listen to me, all the girls from the shelter house, they do not want to go to their parents' house. They do not want to go to their sasural. They do not want to go to their parents.
But that's not, Dr. Kamal, Dr. Kamal, let's not be selective about it.
17 years old or 20 years old or 18 years old.
May I respond?
Let's not be selective about it.
May I respond?
प्रमोद स्वामी जी, आप सीधा जवाब दीजिए और उसके बाद प्रोफेसर गीता भट्ट के ऊपर आएंगे। बट सीधा सवाल जो वापस डॉक्टर कमाल आपके ऊपर भी करना चाह रही थी, और शुरुआत के समय में मैंने भी आपको यही सवाल किया था कि क्या आपको नहीं लगता कि आप जिस हड़बड़ी से आप ये अरेस्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, सवाल आपके वापस आप पे यही उठता है कि क्या आपके पास कोई प्लान ऑफ एक्शन है? आप सबको तो जेल के पीछे डाल देंगे, पर आपको क्या लगता है कि जेल के सलाखों के पीछे डाल देने से क्या आपको लगता है ऐसे सोशल इशू को ऐसे सोशल इशू के आप प्रॉब्लम को क्या आप ऐसे सॉल्व करेंगे, सिर्फ आप अरेस्ट करके जेल के पीछे डाल देंगे? क्या आपको लगता है यही सोल्यूशन है आपके पास?
ये बाल विवाह एक सामाजिक कुरीति है। इसको दो स्तर पर इसके खिलाफ हमें लड़ना पड़ेगा। एक है सोशल अवेयरनेस और दूसरा जो कानून है उसका सख्ती से पालन। अब अगर राज धर्म का अगर कोई सरकार निर्वाह करती है और जो लॉ ऑफ द लैंड है उसको अगर कोई सरकार इंप्लीमेंट करती है तो फिर आप उसमें सवाल खड़े करने लग जाते हैं कि भाई ये तो किसी धर्म विशेष को हैरेसमेंट करने के लिए किया गया है। तो मैं मेरी बहन से एक सवाल करना चाहता हूं कि इसमें कहां हिंदू मुस्लिम की बात की कही गई है? इसमें तो सिर्फ कानून की बात कही गई है। अरे आप बोल चुकी, आप सुनिए। अरे सुनने का धैर्य तो रखिए, आप जवाब दीजिएगा ना। अब इसमें ये नहीं ना, आप क्यों कह रहे हैं? नहीं मैं आप हाँ ठीक है, आपने नहीं कहा तो मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि जिनकी उम्र 18 वर्ष से कम है उनको अरेस्ट किया गया है और जो पॉस्को जो एक्ट लगा है वो जिनकी उम्र 14 वर्ष से कम है, 14 से 18 के बीच में जो लगा है वो बेलेबल सेक्शन है और 14 से नीचे जो है वो नॉन बेलेबल सेक्शन है। तो अब इसमें किसी को क्या आपत्ति हो सकती है? आपको तो महिला सशक्तिकरण की बात करनी चाहिए।
प्रोफेसर भट्ट, can I just bring it, Anirban, I'll come to you. Let me just get a quick response also from all of you talking over each other. It does not really help. Anirban, Pramod Swami ji, एक मिनट, मुझे बाकी लोग को भी सवाल करने दीजिए. Dr. Kamal, just hold on. Professor Geeta Bhatt, you've heard all the panelists making their points. We are revolving around the same issue again and again. Two aspects become very clear. If the government is basically acting on a survey data, then should we really put a communal spin to it? Second, the government should also answer this question, that do they really believe that just by arresting 4,000 people and putting them behind bars, they've been able to solve this entire issue? And when the government says that the survey data has just come in, I did actually read this out to Pramod Swami, that their own minister, their own social welfare minister on the floor of the assembly did make this admission that there is a massive rise in child marriages in the state of Assam. So Anirban's point does actually hold some merit. But again, having said that, I don't see a problem where the government is actually finally acting. Why should there be a communal angle to this entire thing? Because 42% of them who have been arrested happen to be Hindus. So why give it a communal? You may ask questions to the government with regards to their plan of action. Why did they not do it earlier? All of that is fair enough. But to say that there is a communal angle to it, I think so you're not really doing justice.
Yes,
Professor
you're absolutely right. I mean, it is rather unfortunate to see that a communal angle and a political spin is being given to a cause which is actually something that we need to be very, very sensitive towards. You see, the National Family Health Survey, the data which you also have quoted here very clearly shows that the maternal mortality is the highest in Assam. And also the third highest is the infant mortality over there. And of course the child marriage survey is showing that it is the highest in Assam, which is and much higher in comparison to the national average. So it is very, very pertinent that the government of the day must ensure that those who are indulging in making these child marriages happen, they must be brought to the book, in which the immediate family members, they also need to be taken to task, so that it sends a message in the community. The second point is that again and again I could hear that it is being said that preventive measures are why they have not been taken. Let us also, as you just mentioned, that even the health minister in the floor of the House of the State Assembly has mentioned and has raised this concern. It is also important to notice that if the preventive measures could not be taken, is it because the communities where these arrests have been made, that means they are not being part of because there is sensitizing going on from the government, from the health departments, and this concern is raised on various platforms. That means they are not integrated into the mainstream of the community in Assam. Is it that there is a large, this also is shows points a finger that is it that there is infiltration there, and these people of certain communities who actually were not part of being part of Assam, and suddenly they have come where these marriages are happening. That also needs to be studied. There should actually be a study also, a survey into this also.
Madam, please update yourself.
Can I? Okay, Professor Bhatt, you made a point. Anirban wants to come in. Anirban, go ahead, make your point. Dr. Kamal, allow Anirban to respond. He's been waiting there for patiently. Dr. Bhatt, Professor Bhatt, just hold on. You made your point. Let Anirban also come in.
Madam, please let me reply, please. Madam, please let me reply.
Professor Bhatt, you made your point. 1 minute.
Okay.
Professor Bhatt, please hold on. You've made your point.
Let
Anirban now come in.
I'll reply point by point.
This entire issue.
Yeah,
No one has a...
point by
Anirban, just one quick point I want to make. One quick point that I want to make. Anirban, hold.
Okay.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Point here is this. It's well established that, when it comes to the way the government has done it, you may still question the fact that it's done in a ham-handed manner. But will you or will you not welcome the fact that at least the government is acting? West Bengal's data is also not really that great. But what is it that the government is doing there? What is it that the government is doing in some other states? I can read out the data to you, but I can only tell you that West Bengal is not really lagging behind.
Yes. I'm aware of the data, and that's a very pertinent question. I'll go point by point. First of all, regarding the mortality rate of mothers and infants, if Assam has the highest mortality rate in the entire country, then that actually reflects upon the extremely dismal condition of the healthcare system in Assam. That's number one. Number two, since the last almost 15 years, Mr. Himanto Biswa Sharma has been in charge of the education, health, etc. ministries. So if the situation in Assam is so dismal right now of the healthcare system and of the social education regarding child marriages, etc. in general, then the responsibility, lion's share of the responsibility is on Mr. Himanto Biswa Sharma. And Professor Geeta Bhatt was saying that whether these people are infiltrators or not. So she must answer that 42% of the Hindus who have been arrested, according to the Assam government, they are also infiltrators, according to Professor Bhatt. So who are the citizens right now? So I was actually pointing towards this issue that the Assam government, the BJP government, wants to rake up this NRC, CAA, infiltration, citizenship, this debate via this action. They are not absolutely wanting to stop child marriage or anything, because had they had good intentions, they would have gone on a social drive to educate people, and that thing takes time. That thing takes patience. Since the last 7 years, the BJP government has done nothing but try to rake up communal issues, and therefore they have ended up in this situation where the mortality rate, the child marriage statistics, everything is so poor.
Just one quick question also to Dr. Kamal. Dr. Kamal, what you did not answer when I asked you the last time is this, that while you may say that the problem lies not just with the parents, but there are many who do not want to go back, but you're still not addressing that this is an issue where we can't really be selective. On a handful number of cases that you've handled does not really merit an argument that all is fine and perhaps no action needs to be taken.
Why can't we talk on this solution? Why don't we talk about sex education to children? Why are these problems, from where are these problems arising? Why aren't we discussing that? Why is it that time and again our political parties throw us into these kind of non-issues, and we all keep discussing it on television, and instead of focusing on the real
what
problem.
Is a non-issue? Dr. Kamal, what I want to understand from you, what is a non-issue? Are you saying that child marriages are a non-issue?
Out of proportion. Why are there so many arrests? There are so many of them.
Why don't you qualify it by saying...
There are so many of them who married on their own. They haven't been forced by the parents.
No, one second. I still can't get it. Dr. Kamal, what is it that you're trying to say? Dr. Kamal, are you trying to say that child marriages are happening on their own volition?
Not
a child below 14.
Not many. See, I am a psychologist.
Are you seriously
dealing
telling
with
me
children.
child marriages are something that is by consent?
Yeah, lot many. Lot of such child marriages are because of their own. These children are
I can't
getting into
believe.
the marriages. They are eloping.
Doctor.
As per
Hello.
law, it is illegal. I mean, we can't justify.
Dr. Kamal, I don't know how exactly are we to really, how do we really
May I
brush
respond?
this under the carpet? Now, Dr. Kamal, I don't understand.
It's not
Can we
that.
really
No.
say this? A
But you
child
cannot
who
just
should
close
be,
your eyes.
someone who should be going to the school is now forced to get married, and then you say that, most of these cases they decide on their
But
own.
a real
Yes, there could be a
lot
handful
are
number of
eloping.
cases, but that still does not make it very legal. That does not make it legal. Forget about just not being legal. It's also, let's not forget, we're jeopardizing the future of our children.
It becomes legal. But this is no way to handle such a situation. This is no way.
Okay. Pramod Swami, thank you very much. Professor Geeta Bhatt, Dr. Kamal and Anuban Banerjee for joining us on the Trending Burning Question.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates: IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
You've been attacking the BBC, you've been looking at the China angle on various things, and I thought it would be very interesting to discuss with you the China angle. First of all, Tony, just to begin by starting by asking you, are we making too much of the China angle in everything?
Every time we make an allegation about the close connection of the Congress party with the CCCP, this is denied. Then we point out that you are really saying things which would certainly resonate with China. You undermine our Jawan and their efforts. I mean, first of all, you're making all these pro-China noises. Then why are we not having any glimpse of that much spoken about document? This is surely not a private affair between you and the CCCP.
विक्टर फोर्स, डेल्टा फोर्स, यूनिफॉर्म फोर्स, इनके